wear your favorite stuff then. What's up, my friends? So something I get asked a lot is about where to start if you want to become a minimalist. And one of the first things I would suggest is getting rid of duplicate things in your house. For example, if you have multiple spatulas in your kitchen, I know everybody out there has freaking more than one pair of shoes. And you totally don't need all those shoes. I cut my finger. I don't know if you can see that. That's definitely a place to start. And I know like shoes are hard because I used to have a ton of pair of shoes, and I would have pairs that I wouldn't wear very often because I wanted to keep them nice. But let me tell you something, wear the shit out of those shoes because you love them. Freaking wear your favorite stuff then. And then you'll be like, oh, I don't want this other stuff because these are my favorite things. Like, that's a great place to start. It's like, wear your favorite things, and then you'll start to hate other things that you don't need anymore. I'm not trying to provoke hate here. Let's see. More so like, just like what things are bringing you positive energy as opposed to negative energy. And you're already here because you're feeling overwhelmed and negative energy and like exhausted and just so much going on. Because you have got too much stuff. That's a great thing. I also wrote a book on this, like I Want You to Be a Minimalist Too. The link is down below if you want to check it out. It's only $1 on Amazon, and there's multiple days like spread throughout the year when it's free. So that's a little bit of it. That's got all the stuff. That's got all kinds of good nuggets of everything I did in there. And where else to start? Like, start with your duplicate stuff. That's a great place to start. And start by like touching all of the things in your apartment or your house or whatever it is. Like, touch them all and be like, why am I keeping this? And it's a lot of time, it's a lot of energy, but the benefit after you get rid of all these things that you're like, ugh, I'm keeping it, your just in case items, no, you don't need just in case items. And you're telling me, I know what you're gonna say, Jera, I need them. Like, I'm broke, I can't afford to go run to the store every time I need one of these just in case items. Bullshit. You start getting rid of all this unnecessary things, you'll stop spending as much money. Thus later, when you do need the things, you can go out and just buy it, use it, pass on the excess of whatever. You totally can. It doesn't take money to be a minimalist. You're already spending so much money. And that's another thing you should do, is do a daily expenditure, like log every single thing that you spend and see how much money you spend in a month, and see, like, categorize what it was spent on, like food or activities or junk, you know, clothes, all that stuff, and then see where your money is going. And then at the end of the month, if you're like, holy shit, like I spent $300 on clothes, like that's rent in some states. Like for like a studio apartment, like in New Mexico, you could get one for like $400 a month, studio. So these are the things, see where your money is going, and just like start with that. See what you're spending your money on. How you keep getting yourself in this hole, like buying these things. And as you get further into it, there's a lot more I can tell you about it. If you have questions about that, comment below, like this video. Let me know what specifically, or like what stage you're at, because like this is just for getting started. Obviously there's more along the way, and even stuff that I'm still battling with now, having been like really pursuing this minimalist journey for about, I want to say 4 years. It might be longer, it might be less. It's somewhere around there. I'm not sure entirely, but it's definitely somewhere around like 4, maybe 5. But like focus it on it. Like I've been trying to declutter all my life, but really focusing on it the past 4 or 5 years-ish. And it's a struggle, but like I have like 2 pairs of shoes now, because one's like flip-flop sandals and one's like sneakers. And I pretty much wear my flip-flop sandal-y things like all the time. because now we're in Hawaii and the weather is a lot better, but even still, if we were in California, I was still doing stuff like that, and then I'd wear sneakers. I'm not a lady who wears heels, so it doesn't matter. And even so, if I did need to get shoes for some sort of special event, I'd just go get them. Use them, or go to Goodwill and get them. They're already broken in. And then you start getting that stuff together. So when you start getting that stuff together, you get rid of your duplicate items, go and take it to Goodwill, or ask your friends if anybody needs any of this stuff. Or if you have stuff that's like really valuable, say you have 2 video game consoles in your house. Pick one and sell the other one. And then take yourself out for a nice dinner. Like, treat yourself, reward yourself for ridding yourself of stuff. So that's part of it. That kind of helps. Or put that into a travel savings, because I know everybody has somewhere they've wanted to go forever, right? Maybe you're like, I want to go to India, or I want to go to Italy, or that's where I'm focusing on right now. We're going to be going to probably to Italy next, because I want pizza. But like, what is that thing? Make a special savings account at your bank. My bank, you can just ask and they can make a new one for you, and it's nothing. You just have to like keep $5 in there or something, and make that account and get that stuff. And then as you start to get, you know, a couple $100 here and there, you get even more motivated. You're like, I don't need this stuff. Like, I totally want a trip to Vegas, to the Bahamas, to Hawaii. There are so many amazing things out there that you're missing out on because you're paying rent for all your stuff. And you're worried about all your stuff. Worried about people stealing your stuff. Guess what? It's almost all super meaningless and worthless. Get rid of it. Get rid of it as best as you can. Just start. Just start. There's also another thing out there. I never personally did this, but I know a lot of people find a lot of help with this. Was the Mins game. It's like the first day of the month you get rid of one thing, second day you get rid of 2, and so on until to the end of the month. You do it for a month, and then by the end you should have cleaned out a whole bunch of stuff. I never did it because I always thought, I don't know, those are sort of unreachable goals, because maybe day 2 I want to get rid of 10 things, and day 3 I'm like, I got 1 thing. So that just, for me, that didn't work. That didn't flow with me. It's the other thing. Oh, and then there's that book, The Magical Art of Tidying Up. I'll link that below too. My boyfriend read that and he got really inspired by that, and people at his work did too. I didn't read it because I had already downsized so much that I was like, lady, Marie Kondo, I got it. I already got this. We're like this. It's like, bow. There, I hope that helps you get started. If you like this video, you know, like it below, subscribe, comment, let me know what other tips you want about minimalism. I'm working on it too. It's always minimalism is never like, you're like, oh, now I'm 100% like set. It's a constant, ever-changing thing based on the needs and uses in your life of what you're doing. So don't get discouraged. Everybody can do it. You just gotta start.